In Dragon Ball Super, we definitely got the chance of them dropping the ball to see how powerful an in-shape Majin Buu would be. And in Dragon Ball Super, we got to see for a few moments Majin Buu pretty much training for the tournament, but eventually, they had to remove him so they could make room to have, Frieza enter in his place. But it would have definitely been nice to see how powerful he would have been, and essentially seeing a good version of Super Buu, technically, when we look at Majin Buu pretty much in his in-shape form and just how powerful he is. And in this video today, we're going to be talking about some of the, hidden potentials of Majin Buu. Now, when it comes to Majin Buu, aka Fat Buu, in the series, he's been on the good side, but essentially just been a background character, someone as a comic relief and not really doing too much. He did get some play when it came to the moral arc about the whole thing about the Grand Supreme Kai still being, in him, and having that as another layer to his character. But there's still so much more they can do. And I feel like in the new age of Dragon Ball, I feel like for certain characters, if you're not going to utilize them or just want to still keep a core of them, at this point in the video games, we do see like different branches of the Majin Buu race, and maybe it'll be good to see, maybe Majin Buu decides to have kids and pretty much create offspring somehow and have them become more of a relevant character than the actual character himself. And that would be something kind of like different. And at this point, maybe start seeing some other ideas incorporated and just some of the hidden potentials and things that Buu can do, because Buu is definitely still a big access. Even though they tried to like make him somewhat of a background character, there's still a lot of abilities that he can do to pretty much help out the fighters if they're really in a clutch and utilize those abilities. And I think really it's just more so just to keep his core self, and they don't want to change it when it comes to like, just as a series. But as far as his actual in-universe abilities, like I said, when it goes back to just looking at Majin Buu and his absorption abilities, just imagine if Buu wants to, he can absorb, a UI Goku or Beast Gohan and even a UE Vegeta to boost up his power and create himself another, version of himself to take on strong enemies, which would be one of the most powerful type of fusions or absorptions that we see in the series. And since Buu will technically still be good, he can still utilize this to like, free the person that he absorbed inside of him to, release them back after that form of fusion is complete if he wants to. Or either he goes against a strong enemy and absorb that enemy and becomes, something new at this point. And we never got a chance to actually see something like this in the series when it comes to him using his absorption abilities as a good guy. And it's kind of a shame that he doesn't try to use his absorption abilities on any of the villains, but they haven't really been villains for Majin Buu to really fight like that for him to use that technique on. But that would definitely just be something cool to see him kind of bring back that technique. Now, we did kind of see something almost like that in GT, where Majin Buu and Oob finally merges back together, and he tried to use his candy technique on baby Vegeta, but essentially it backfires and he gets turned into a chocolate and eaten. But baby Vegeta was not absorbing him at that point. But let's say if he was to win that power struggle and pretty much eat baby Vegeta, there's a possibility that he could have absorbed him as well. But we still don't know if Oob gets those abilities after he merges back with Majin Buu. So those are all just hidden questions that we don't know, and a lot of room for like just things for us to kind of like check out and see when it comes to that. But there's other things, like I said, that would just be kind of like unique, and always wonder like what would happen if a character like Majin Buu was to absorb one of the dragons after Shenron or something like that, or Purunga or one of those. And would he get the abilities to grant wishes at will? Just different things that can kind of like it opens up rooms for questions that we just doesn't know about this when it comes to the show. And just like I said, Dragon Ball has so much room for just crazy ideas, and it's something that I would like to see. Like I guess like in Dragon Ball Heroes, I guess, because of all the different ideas. Like that's where all the fan service and things that people kind of like think of, it happens in Dragon Ball Heroes. So I think that would be something more so better for them to just do something like that in that area. Or we don't know what's to come when it comes to like Dragon Ball Daima, and to see what they're gonna do with that series, and that's coming later on this year. So right now I'm just open to see what's going to happen with that show, and are they going to incorporate some different ideas and stuff, because it'll definitely be cool to see some of these techniques and abilities at work, and it'll be something that's different for Dragon Ball in general. So that's it for this video, and don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we got more videos on the way.